Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Van Orn and this is another Dragonheir Silence God video, still on the test server. This is the second video today, and in this video we're gonna talk about the VORTEX Rage modes. I just published a video talking about the Chief Challenge bosses, just a read through to see what they do and what we can expect. I'm gonna start theory crafting on them on Discord, so if you want, jump on that. The Discord link is gonna be in the description, and test these bosses in the next few days. Over the weekend, they're going to be able to do a lot of work on them, and so you're going to start seeing videos coming out on the bosses as soon as possible. But for this video, we're going to focus on the VORTEX Rage mode, because finally on the test server, we have access to it and we can see how it works and how we can play it. So the normal boss, for reference, you can see over here, goes up to level 4 and reward us with pretty trash rewards, to be honest. We get 13 of the epic potions over here, XP, 95 starlights, dice, war marrow, 2 starlight, and we have affinity solvent to build up a psychic core. And the ranking, just for reference, obviously reward us with more affinity solvent, some gold, and the eco of Clyxidra, then contributes towards the ranking. Let's see what the rage mode does for us. First thing I'm noticing over here, there is no 4 levels, there's only 1 level for everyone. Let's have a look at the rewards first, because it's what everybody's looking for. And so it looks like the thresholds are quite low. It's only 8 million to get the top chest by the look of it, and the top chest has 160 big potions, which is a lot. And this is going to help a lot the progressions and the builds of champions. 100 war marrow, 2 starlights, whatever, 150 material elements gem. This is going to help building our champions. This is really good for this phase because obviously now we're going to have to build a lot of champions to deal with the chief challenges, and having these resources, it's quite incredibly good. Let's have a look at the ranking as well, and let's have a look of what they give. So there is no eco of Clyxidra, so there is no ranking, and there is no psychic core material. There's no dust to build psychic core in neither of the 2 chests. We still have a lot of war marrow, a lot of potions, a lot of crystals. So basically it's catered towards leveling champions more than anything. It's really not a competitive mode, it's just for resources. There is no ranking attributes to it, and that is good, I think, especially because when you look at this, there is already Gorax here doing almost 1 billion damage with, guess what, a Rat Mageddon team. And I'm not surprised about that, but let's have a look at the boss and what it does. So we can't play it because we need to place first the 2 selected buff for our team, and you can do so from here. This is the buff that is going to be locked in for everyone at the same time. And first of all, let me actually look how long this is going for. This is going for 2 days and 18 hours, meaning in total of 3 days. And this is interesting because it's open for 3 days. We can only fight it once in the 3 days, so we can, you know, strategize and try things out. Obviously debuffs are going to be picked, and so once you lock them in, they're going to be locked for 3 days, so be careful with that. The fixed one say that 3 enhanced tiles will be set on the battlefield. On those tiles, the ultimate recharge speed of the hero deployed on the tiles will be increased by 100%. This is crazy. So those 3 champions on those tiles are going to do the ultimates twice. That's absolutely mental. And then you can choose between these 2 of them. We have hero deal 20% increased ultimate skill damage, and AoE skill additional ignore 20% of the target defense. So as on top of this, you're going to want to bring AoE DPSer. They do 20% increased damage on the ultimate and 20% ignore defense. This is going to be crazy. The maximum stack of poison inflicted on the boss is increased to 60 from 40, while that of burn increase on the boss increased to 15 stacks instead of 10, which is good. This is 1 buff for 2 team. which is really interesting. We're gonna get more poison and more burn stacks, which is gonna help our Sketius or Lotoir if you want, but you obviously need those good legendaries for poison to stack those poison up. The epics really just don't do the cat, but with burn instead, we can do that pretty quickly here. But if you combine this one with the previous one, this here, the fixed one, that basically makes them do the ultimate twice as fast, probably we can build up those stacks very, very quickly, even on poison, now that I think about it. Then when the damage over time when the damage over time of poison, burn, and electrocute is triggered, the current damage dealt is increased by 60%. This also is very nice because it's also one buff for more teams, and it is increasing the damage that anybody else is doing, which is really, really interesting. I like this one a lot. And 2 seconds after any of your hero cast an ultimate skills, other hero deals 60% increase ultimate skills damage, 4 stacks at most. So if you stack them out for 2 seconds different between them, they're gonna do 60% increase, and you can stack them up 4 times, which is crazy. This is really, really crazy. I like this one a lot as well. And increase the attack of summoned units by 75%. There is their attack nor 20% of the enemy defense. Trying to get those summons a role in the game. And the ally with the highest attacks gain an extra 60% attack. These are all very, very interesting. So let's have a look at what instead is going to happen next week. And maybe this is synchronized with the live server. So this is what we're going to get when it hits actually the live server. So this is the fixed one that everybody will get. Every elemental attributes on the deployed hero increase the whole team damage dealt by 15% and reduce the whole team damage taken by 5%. Elemental affinity attributes on the deployed heroes, I guess, is the 5 affinity or the 3 affinity. It's going to increase the damage and reduce the damage, I guess. Yeah, okay. It's not as impressive as the double ultimate one. When elemental affinity is not activated by the deployed hero in the player team, the damage dealt by the whole team increased by 30% and their damage taken reduced by 20%. So it's basically trying to balance out 5 elemental affinity and 3 elemental affinity, I guess. That's the attempt over here. Each type of debuff inflicted on the boss reduced their defense by 8%. So here we can bring a lot of debuff and reduce defense even more. Very interesting one. The hero with the highest attack speed, enlightenment, HP, defense, gain attributes bonus for their highest attributes. So more attack speed, more enlightenment, more HP. Defense is going to be 100%, 100%, 100%, 50%, 50%. So the 50%, 50% is going to be HP and defense, and everything else is going to be 100%, which is pretty crazy. This one is going to make basically you do more damage and take less damage depending on how you build your team. So your DPS are going to be stacked with more attack speed and attack and all those good things, and your damage and your tanks are going to be more tanky, which is interesting. Your hero gains 2% attacks when they launch a basic attack, 100% stacks at most. Jeez, this is crazy for Dauntless and Shadow. Every time they do a basic attack, they're gonna basically stack up 150 stacks of it, 2%, so it's 300% attack. It's crazy. This one is absolutely mental. Damage dealt by all deployed hero basic attacks is increased by 35%. So you combine this 2-1 and you're gonna get Dauntless destroying thing. Maybe this gonna get up with Rook at this time. I don't know. When any of the hero deal over 100,000 single hit damage, the current damage dealt is increased by 30%. So instead of doing 100, you do 130. If a target's hit damage dealt is over 50, the current damage dealt will be increased by 60%. Yeah, this one is not as crazy. I don't know now if I want to pick some for doing a test, but let's see what we can put together. So let's see what is best for me to try. At this point, I would like to try an epic team that has Dauntless. So we're gonna avoid this one for sure. We're gonna try this one, and we're gonna try this one. Let's see what we can do. Now the boss is open. Let's see the tiles, how the tiles are placed, and if we can get 8 million with achievable team. So we have one tank, or tank or DPS that can be placed over there. Let me actually load this team over here, which is the one I want to use, and see what we can do over here. We have Garius has the recharge speed penalty. I want him to go twice, and then I want range. I don't have any range, so maybe this one is not the best team to try over here after all. Maybe let's run this one instead. And so we see, because we can bring, basically we can place our range champion over here, and we can place our melee over there. We obviously need to change the timing because these guys over here are gonna go twice, and so this is gonna be every 10 seconds. We placed Garius, we've placed Neja and Vladin every 10 seconds. We're gonna have her going freely at this time because why not? She's 15.7, so let's do it this way and see what we can get. So we're still gonna use the 30% defense over here. Let's see how this works. I'm curious. So you can see that recharge times are going up quicker. We have Vladin now placing the decreased defense, and Neja starting to blast, and all the rest of the team is basically going way faster. And I'm tempted actually to take the timing off at this point, or maybe not. Let's see what is happening actually. I'll leave it like this, and let's it run for the entirety of the fight. So we are already passing the 8 million over here. So we done basically the top chest in 1 minute. This is going to be speed up to 10 minutes, so I hope it's not too disturbing to watch on the screen. I just want to quickly get to the final score and see how much this team is able to do with this setup. It's a very basic team. I'm using accessible champions. I just curious to see what we can do with a normal team, normal achievable team with epics and one legendary, which is Ardred, that I hopefully know that you guys have snitched in season 2 when the event was up. I know that she's gonna be on the market. If you don't have her, you can buy it at the end of season 4, and that's gonna help a lot of players that have missed out on her. But as you can see, we've done less than 5 minutes already, and we are ranking 50 millions already. Racking 50 millions, it's nothing to be shy of. It is crazy because you can play around with this increased speed, for example, and create teams that are way more sustainable. Ardred give us defense and all the good stats from her ultimate skills every 15 seconds. And Garius can go nuts, basically healing every 10 seconds and shielding, so the boss will never hit us when we are not on the shield. And this is really, really good for what we're doing with this boss. I'm going to stop blabbing because it looks like this run is going to go for quite some time. I'm going to just let it go or probably make a cut now here and see you at the end of the fight. Here we are, the run is finished, and we've done an amazing 111 million with a very accessible team. Obviously, the scores are going to be way higher with the setup of this boss, and we only need really 8 million to get the rewards. So it's easy to get rewards whatever you are in the game. Even if you are far from getting these scores, don't worry, you're gonna still get a good amount of resources to level up your champions. But if you are competitive and you are for no reason, in this case because there is really nothing to compete off over here beside leveling up your champion, you can do some crazy good damage, as you can see, with very simple teams. And this is everything for today. I'm going to play more options on Vortex and see what we can come up with. And I'm going to start focusing on the Chief Challenge that I've already tackled in a different video that I'm going to talk up here. And if you want to have a look at that one after this one, be my guest. I'm gonna see you soon with more video about Dragonheir Silence God, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to not miss out. And until then, have fun.